Hi, folks. This is Sean Hyman, and I wanted to remind you about something that's coming up pretty soon. It's the Global Currency Expo. It'll be happening in San Diego, California, September 27th through 29th of this year. And to find out more about that, you can go to globalcurrencyexpo.com. It's globalcurrencyexpo.com, and you can click on the Register Today button. And when you do that, you will get a screen that looks like this. And the reason why I'm telling you about it now is because there's actually something to be gained from it, even more so than probably what you've seen before. You'll notice that it says, and yes, I'd like to claim my free copy of your currency mastery course, The Roadmap to Currency Riches, a $795 value, simply by reserving my seat before 11:59 on June the 15th. So if you haven't gotten a hold of that course, I would highly recommend it. And also, I mean, you're getting it free just by signing up for the Global Currency Expo. And I want to get on to what I want to talk to you about today about basically why buy and hold is dead. And I'm going to be talking to you about that in the at the expo as well. But one of the big reasons, this is the CRB index, and when the global economy slid off, of course, commodities slid off with it. But here's the problem: anytime you've had a global recovery, it's stoked inflation quite a bit. So you've had commodities go higher, and then a little bit of a low, another high, and then a low, and then the next point is higher, and it'll be higher than this peak here. And so food inflation, fuel inflation, I mean, you name it, a lot of different inputs are going to be going higher. And so is that going to be easier for corporations to make profits in that environment or harder? If I'm a corporation and I have to get a product and some materials, some raw materials to make something so that I can turn it into a product and sell it to somebody, if those materials keep going up, 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 am I going to make more money, or are my profit margins going to be squeezed? So this is the dilemma that businesses have in an inflationary environment. You say, well, but inflation has been going up through the years. True, but here's the deal: the growth of the U.S. economy and the global economy was fast enough to sustain it and to help offset those costs. This is where the differentiating factor is right now. The global growth and U.S. growth is fairly slow, and it's going to remain that way for some years to come, 4 to 8 years at least from now. And so during that period, when inflation and these costs rise, they're not going to be able to go out to the consumer and just always make those costs up. Yes, of course, there will be rising costs to the consumer and inflation to the consumer big time, but it'll even hit the wholesaler, the corporation itself, even more so. And so what that's going to do is that's going to make the growth of corporations slower. It's going to make corporate profits lower and narrower, and it's going to make stock growth slower and more tepid as well, because stocks grow because earnings of corporations grow, and so when profit margins are narrowing and when earnings overall are slowing down, then that's not a good sign for stocks. So in this inflationary cycle that we're in, and with high inflation and growing inflation and tepid growth, we're going to see commodities do well in this environment. We're going to see stocks have a hard time. We're going to see foreign currencies do well, particularly those that are influenced by commodities such as the Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and Australian dollar. So the currency trader has an edge. The commodity trader has an edge. The stock trader is going to have, and stock investor is going to have a really tough time. I'm going to teach you at the Global Currency Expo how to deal with these inflationary times and how to position yourself to profit throughout those, because this rising inflation is going to be the big divider of the middle class. It's going to take a lot of the middle class to the poor, and very few of the middle class will rise to the upper class. A lot of that will be due on how they are positioned in the markets, and I'm going to show you how to position yourself to profit and to not only sustain your wealth, but to grow your wealth during these tumultuous times. Hey, thanks so much for watching. And just as a quick reminder, go to globalcurrencyexpo.com, sign up to as an attendee, and fly out to the Global Currency Expo. Come see us, and you will get this free currency course of $795 value, free just for doing that. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.